from Manonmaniam Sudhana University, Tirunelveli. He is working as a part-time faculty of IGNO and Tamil Nadu Open University, working as exam all-in-charge of college, serving as a trainer for life skills, communicative skills, and ICT skills. He awarded the Best Professor Award on the National Education Day, December 2014. And Dr. Sarnepalli Radhakrishnan Global Education Award on the International Teachers' Day, October 2022. Also acted as conference coordinator and resource person of various webinars and training programs, namely resource person for National Eligibility Test, resource person for the school teachers on teaching skills and technology enabling, and many more. He has 18 years experience in teaching and resource field. Then he also guided 18 M.Ed candidates and 7 PhD candidates, already done 41 publications. Let me mention some of the achievements. Special award for NCC service, national and state level awards in mime and skit. Then participated in the South Indian Inter-University Culture Meet also. He qualified certain certificate courses in research methodology, computer applications, drama art, InterTeach program, and so on. So, once again, hearty welcome, sir, for taking today's session based on the topic, Inclusive Education on Global Perspective. Thank you so much.
HDMI cable, sir.
Yeah. Same model. You can connect here. You will go directly. Yes, yes. This is with some videos. That's why I'm doing with my laptop. Why not? You can. You want to share this one?
I can only share the PPT via WhatsApp, so that we can share that.
But the it's not a problem. Yes.
If you're sending it in the PPT format, I think we will.
No, the video in device. If it's not a problem, then I will. You can get it. Or you can make it to use here also. It will connect. Make a link here. I'll give my link, then I can share there. Yeah. Cancel side. Can you give the power?
Mic.
No. It's there already, but very good morning to all of you. Yeah, very good morning, all of you. It's my pleasure to be with the teacher educators and prospects this occasion to give a good exposure about the inclusive education on global perspectives. She introduced already. I'm Professor Dr. Vinaras Nidhyanandam. I'm a dean and a professor in Department of Education. DMIs in Johns Baptist University, Malawi, is in Mangochi campus. There are 2 campuses, I'm in 1 campus. In my experience of 19 years in my teaching career, I got a lot of things like the knowledge about to share the advancement in education. Basically in 21st century, in 21st century, in every world, they expect something new from the education, whether they will do new things or not, because everybody expects from the teachers, because we are the guru for everybody. You know about, in the philosophy of India, we said, Mada, Pida, then only Guru. Next we go to the God. When you go and take about ancient life, in India, mostly they believe the name and ask everything from the teachers for any progress in their family as well as in the village or in the town or wherever. They gave a lot of respect over there. But I don't know what about the teachers nowadays. We are getting a lot of respect from the students. We don't know actually. What happened when I was an assistant professor working in Loyola College in China, that time, I went to meet my students in a corporation school, their teaching practice. I think they used to come to observe your teaching or not. They visit occasionally to your school. Feel free, don't worry. I am not a lion to bite you or kill you. Okay, I am also before like you, now I am here. One day you will become here and you can preach to your future students. Okay, the teachers has to believe on this. That's very important. When I was sitting like you, I didn't think about I will come here and meet like this to expose my knowledge and everything to the audience. But now it's opportunity. So everyone have to keep in their mind, in your cognition, one day I want to become. Then surely you will. Positive energy is very, very important for every human being. Yeah, we'll come to that. Then I went to the school. Then actually it's a corporation school, it's a very big school. We have a lot of buildings. Then on the way, just I asked one of the students are standing there. I asked them, hi guys, I want to meet Ronnie teacher. Then she said, oh, actually you are coming from Loyola? Yes. Ronnie teacher? That beautiful teacher. I said, okay, she's beautiful or not, they only know about. Then I said, yes, I want to see her class, where it is. Now he is in 8th A. I said, okay, how to go there? He said, just to go straight and take left. The next 3rd class is 8th A. I said, thank you. Then immediately took forward, then take only 2 steps. Then they came again. Sir, don't go this way. There are 2 dogs. Go this side and take left and go there. I said, no problem. I am aware of the dog, I will see. When I walking there, I never see any dogs inside. There are 2 teachers standing there. There are 2 teachers standing there. I understood how the teachers are respected by the students. But the Rani teacher, she's not a permanent teacher. She's a teacher trainee. She got full respect. But they are working teachers. They got another respect. So this is the pathetic conditions of the teachers nowadays, how we behave with the students. Because we are the human being, we know how to understand, how to respect, how to perceive and how to observe everything from person to person. So in the inclusive concept is very, very important concept actually introduced by many countries. Already is there in other countries. I had a lot of experience. I worked in Iraq 4 years and Cyprus 1 year. Now I am in Africa. So when I work over there, I got many discipline of students. I worked with Russians, Iranians, Africans, like some Arabians, even Australians, and some French people. So it's a good opportunity for me. Why I'm talking about the global perspective of the education? Because now I'm asking you one question to you. What is the correct education? Anybody can give the answer? What is the correct education? Not corrupt education, that we know well. I am asking, what is the correct education? What do you think on your perspectives? What do you think? எனக்கு மலையாளம் குறைச்சு அறியும். I can understand, but I am not able to speak Malayalam. So try to understand my situation. Kindly give the answer. If you know, say yes. If you say wrong, it's not a problem. What do you think on your perspective? You are not a children. You also graduated. Now you are getting training for other things to become a teachers in the future. You will go to promote new graduates in your life. So that's why I'm asking, what is, yes. Pardon? Which making? Oh, very good. In her perspective, she said. Any other? To learn out of ignorance. Okay, you have studied the sociology and philosophy. That's why you are giving all the the philosophies given by the Europeans. Okay, come to Indians also, they have given lot of philosophies. Anybody? Any other perspectives? What is the correct education? Okay, it's no problem. I'll give a story, then you know about what is the correct education. There was two businessmen together, and they said, how is your business? And he said, yes, my business is going well. Then other guy said, yes, my business is also going well. How we are doing and earning more money from our business? He said, I have stupids and idiots as my servants. That's why they are not asking any questions. So we are earning more money. Then one guy said, how do you say like this? You have that much stupid? Yes, just I will prove it. Then he called one of the servant. Hi John, come here. He came. Yes, boss. He gave $10 to him. Go and buy an Audi car. Audi car. He said, okay, boss. He left. Then immediately the friend of the boss, he said, oh, I also have a foolish servant. He called, hey, come here. Who is there? Yes, I am boss. There two of them, they came. Then he said, no, you go. You come here. Yes. Go to my home and check whether I am there or not. He also said, yes, boss, I will go and check. They went together outside. Both boss, they are discussing. See how they are stupid fellows. Then both are laughing together. The servants, they are standing outside, they are talking together. This is the conversation. The first servant said, my boss is a stupid man. He said, how? Today is Sunday. How can I buy an Audi car? Today is a Sunday. The shop is holiday. How can I get Audi car today? Then the servant number 2, he said, yes, my boss also a stupid fellow. Why? He has a good cell phone. He would have called to home whether he is there or not to check with his wife. Why is asking me to send waste of energy? Here, which is lack? Now you tell me, who is the stupid fellow? The boss or servant? Who are the stupid fellows? The boss or servant? Both of them? Even us also. Even us also. Because everybody, they are stupidity in their thinking and thought. But we explore and we change and we got something new because of our cognitive development. The famous psychologist said, all are intellectual, but by their behavior, it in difference. It is in difference. So you want to show the difference, we need to learn, we need to observe, we need to get it more. So they are telling learning by doing or doing by learning, anything. But in inclusiveness, why they introduce? Because somebody they know the subject, somebody they don't know the subject. Somebody they want to learn here, somebody they want to learn in other perspectives. Nowadays, the pedagogy is not suitable for everybody. Pedagogy is not suitable for everybody. So we need to make a combined pedagogy. Now you can start a pedagogy, there is a technogogy, there is a ecogogy, there is a magnogogy, there is obligogy. There are a lot of gogies. What is the use? We are using only ChatGPT. What? To find an essay, to find a letter. What about our knowledge? You don't have any knowledge? We have a knowledge, but we never use it. But we believe only artificial intelligence. Like we believe on robo. Like 2.0, how the film has come. When you give an emotion to the robot, what will happen? They will fight for Aishwarya Rai. The same will happen. Because we need to know everything as an inclusion. Everyone should know everything. Everyone should learn together. There is no indifference between learning of knowledge. That's why they introduce inclusiveness in education. Not moving there? Excuse me. Yeah, sorry for the interconnection. Why talk about the inclusion? Just have a look on this. Kindly tap. Yes. Play there. No. Tap to play.
can be a better place. He started to care and stop being selfish in what we do. So brother, we got to move together. Sister, we got to fight together. Together we strong. My friend, that's the meaning of love. I look to you. In the darkest hour, I look to you. In the time of trouble, you bring me hope and wash my tears away. I look to you, my friend, you the meaning of love. Just like you look at someone looks up to you, and they have that one quality to acquire. So friend, when I'm tired and weak, you're always on my mind. Together we're strong, my friend, that's the meaning of love. I look to you. In the darkest hour, I look to you. In the time of trouble, you bring me hope and wash my tears away. I look to you, my friend, you're the meaning of love. You and me connect with the love. Beautiful world will come together. You and me connect like the love. Beautiful world will come together. I look to you. In the darkest hour, I look to you. In the time of trouble, you bring me hope and wash my tears away. I look to you, my friend, you're the meaning of love. I look to you. In the darkest hour, I look to you. In the time of trouble, you bring me hope and wash my tears away. I look to you, my friend, you're the meaning of love.
Do you like the video? Yes. This is the life of Africans. They are getting everything inclusively in their education, the small age. Can see how they are getting the values to save the women and respect the women, even to respect the animal. They have to follow the coordination and equality. You can see in the video, you can find everything there. This is the respective of giving as a teacher to every student to learn not only the knowledge, to learn everything inclusively. The present global world expects this inclusiveness in education by the teachers, particularly from the teachers. What is actually inclusion? Inclusive education is a process of removing barriers and enabling all students, including previously excluded groups, to learn and participate effectively within general school system. We have a lot of school system in India, but if you go other countries, they are following only one system. Very rare to get other system. Here you go there, we have a government school one system, private school one system. Apart from this, they have different syllabus, CBSE, ICSE, or blah, 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 whatever they want to add. It depends on how much you have money. But there, I went many schools. I had a good opportunity to visit many schools to observe my present students. The schools are in pathetic condition, but the knowledge are vary. The students are very perfect, even the teachers, but only the facilities are not good because it's a developing country. We already developed. Maybe to reach to develop, our politicians, they are telling to everybody, in 2045, everybody will get education. We will be live or not, we don't know about. Tsunami will come or what will come to take us. But we have to believe. But what we do in the current scenario, being a teacher, what we did, what our teachers did for us. When I want to become a teacher, actually I don't want to become a teacher. It's a very rubbish job. Because I saw my father, he also teacher. My mother also teacher. When I see both of them, I don't want to be a teacher. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a military man. So I chose many career. Then finally, the God decided, no, you have to be a teacher. Because when I was in LKG, I beat my teacher. So this is a punishment, maybe. I want to be a teacher. Nothing happened. Just she asked me to sleep in the afternoon after eating a lunch. I said, I'm not feeling sleepy now. So kindly go. I don't want to sleep. She said, no, you should sleep. Otherwise, I will beat you. Then immediately I beat her. Why you beat me? Then I ran away from the school. Then after 1 year, I never go to school. Then my father said, you must go. Come with me. Then he took his school. Then I started my schooling in a government school. I studied everything in the government school. I was my first doctor in my village. I am the first professor in my village. So I am the first person working abroad. Everything because of positivity, what we think in our mind as a teacher. Because my father always used to tell me, think all in a positive manner, whether you are going to the class or whether quit your class. It's not a problem. But you do everything in positive mind. When you talk about inclusiveness, when he said the same word, we want to collaborate, the excluding group, which our group avoided by many teachers. Do you think about? In many schools, many people, they are unable to get proper education. For simple example, when I was like you, to sit in a B.Ed college or some other things, I also unable to speak good English. I also have to listen carefully what they are speaking. Because I was excluded to learn the language. Even my English teacher not teaching well. Then later on, step by step, by experience, now I am teaching and preaching and giving a communication more than many words. This is my 258th conference, international conference. I have visited nearly 11 countries. Every country I have visited when they invited me as a resource person. The way only I visited. I have my PhD candidates, they are not belong to India, they are belong to foreign countries. So, this is a good exposure. Why I am telling this one? Because inclusiveness not only to expose, to study, it will give an experience of knowledge, experience of training. Some of the main futures in inclusive education, what they expect, even it's given in 2020 also, our NEP in India, even in UNICEF and the United UNO, they made lot of agreements and chambers to spread all over the world. What they expect? All students can learn and benefit from education. So we have a compulsory and free education. If you go and ask many countries, they are introduced only after pandemic. Before there is no any compulsion. If they like, they can go to school. But in India, it was created already as per the constitution. But many of the countries, they created only after pandemic. You know about the pandemic, what happened all the world. Before we are not serious about education, particularly using technologies to access internet, to use it Google Meet or Zoom Meet to teach online. Now you see, we are inclusive using technology. Two of the guests, they are speaking from their own place. One is from Goa, another one is another place from Kerala. So as a teacher, we also implement inclusiveness in technology, what we want to learn. So don't think about inclusiveness means only to combine all the students together to teach, maybe disabilities or everybody. No. Inclusiveness in all aspects, in teaching as well as learning. Then the school adapts to the needs of the students rather than the students adapts to the needs of the school. It depends. To give the choice. We know the two types, student-centered, teacher-centered. Omit the teacher-centered. Try to give choice to the students. The individual difference between the students are the source of richness and diversity and not a problem. At the same time, every students they need so long as those response, not including or removing a students with a disability from the general education classrooms. We have to keep all of them together. I saw this inclusiveness by teaching one of my students. I visited teaching practice. She was Anna Maria. She is African. She is teaching in a primary school. They are studying 5th standard. 5th grade. When I went there, she was teaching nouns. How many English teachers are there? English teachers? Don't worry, I will not ask question. How many English teachers are there? Language? Very few. One, you. Then? Oh, there. See, when you ask to raise your hands, this is not a rise. This is hiding your hands. Rise like this. Okay? Yes. How many nouns are there? Okay, this is not a question, just I will tell. Just I will come to the point. She was teaching, there are two types of nouns like countable and uncountable nouns. How she was teaching? Actually, that class was headed by a class teacher. She is Peter Pambi Mavo. He is blind. But he studied masters in agriculture and English language also. He is teaching to the students as a blind teacher. I found there were 45 students. 8 students are blind. She is an ordinary teacher. She is not a blind. She is teaching to all of them. How? Then she started teaching. Then I was looking. There are blinds, and she is simply speaking. How they able to understand to explain everything. She utilized the teaching learning material. Not like to go to the shop to buy a big model or big pictures, photographs, because they can see. What about the blinds? So she applied a effective way of teaching learning material. What he did? In Africa, is very famous food is sima. Sima means they prepare like kali, kepa kali. Like this they prepare with the corn flour only. She brought some flours in the carry bag. And she said, all of you come, just touch the floor. Then everybody touching. Then he went to the blinds also and touching. Then she asked the question to everybody. Everyone or all of you able to count it? How many flours in the packet? They said, no, it's not possible. The children are replied, yes. Sometimes some nouns we are unable to count it. That type of nouns called uncountable nouns. This understood by the normal children as well as the blind. At the same time, she brought small stones and some groundnuts and she gave to everybody. They are asking, how many nuts you have? I have only 5. Then another said, I have only 3. I have only 4. Then giving to the blind also. Now you able to count it? How you able to count it? Because I feel it, so I am counting. Okay. Some of the nouns is countable when we feel it. We are able to count it. Simple phenomenon, but inclusiveness in teaching. She is a teacher training. She is not a perfect teacher. How they adapted this inclusiveness of idea in her teaching. That is the expectation of the present scenario of teachers. They have to teach like this, not only to teach to the normal children. Try to become to teach everyone. Just you see, when we go somewhere, when you see the blind, what we do? What we do? Just to see the blind like this. If they have any handicaps or disabled, you have to look into there, here and there, that's all. But they are also human, they also have a knowledge. You know, many people in the world, they have did. Actually, I want to add one Nicky Boje's video. He's a blind, don't have a leg, don't have a hands. Now he's the richest man, giving motivation to many people. So we need an inclusiveness when we teach as a teachers like this. That's why this is the main future for them. Then what is actually inclusive education? It is not keeping children with disability out of schools. It's not only. Segregate the special education schools? No. Separate classes integrated into regular schools? No. What it is actually? It is including all children in mainstream schools. That is called inclusion. Why it's inclusive education is very important in the present scenario or current world? Because it is a right to give everyone to get education. It is a global commitment because when you get literacy, it will help them to count the money, count their life, count their age. Even I have one Mai. Mai means a servant who is working in our university. She used to work for me to help me everything. I asked her, what is your age? She was laughing. I don't know how to count my name. Then I asked, when did you born? That also she is laughing. Then I asked, do you married? Yes. Then immediately she asked, I married 4 times. I asked, only you remember this one? Because I see 4 fellows always coming to me as my husbands. They have lack of literacy, many things like this, because we never give a proper commitment. Then it's good economics. It's good for the society as well as socially to understand how. This is small, the statistics given by the UNICEF in the year 1919 to 2012. They are giving the grade-wise concept, like how the people every year, those who are getting ratio. Actually, men, women, like a male and female, they're getting up. But what happened in the world? You can see there. It's particularly in Africa and some other developing countries like Ethiopia, like Geneva, Tanzania, Nigeria, even Bangladesh and Uganda, Malawi. Sometimes we are India, Albania, then Uganda in 2011. So it's old statistics only. The present statistics are also available in the website. Why I'm using this one? Because we can take this as a before pandemic. What happened? How we improved the education. We can easily find it. They are science graduate. They are arts graduate or English graduate or management graduates. But now we have to say only one word. We are a graduate. Whether science or arts or it's not a problem because everyone should know everything. Everyone should know everything. That is expectation of the new inclusive education policy for all over the world. The children with disability are also the last to go to the schools before. But now there are a lot of schools. I don't know how only the government and NGOs, they are taking effort in India. But if you go to other countries, the government taking initiate, giving more special schools. Now they are starting inclusiveness in schools. Because when I was in Iraq, I saw in a British school, even in American school, in your local government school, I saw many classrooms, they have inclusiveness. They have a blind, deaf, when all together they are sitting and teaching for the children. I don't know about India now. They are talking. I don't know how many blinds are here. When I was working as an assistant professor in Loyola, in our college, we appointed first time in inclusive education for the BA trainees. We had 4 blind and 2 deaf children. They had education and they are working in government schools nowadays. So we need to adapt that also. The government policy is there. We need some reservation for them also. So when we adapt this type of inclusiveness in education, they also get good education. What you say, the blind and others, they go only for government schools. What you say, the government schools, only the teachers, they know a little bit, they never come to college properly. So they are also want to get good knowledge. When you go to private colleges, they are very active. Like a robot, they will teach many knowledge and blah, blah. They want to learn. But what happened?
which is the correct knowledge. Now they are asking everything be equal. You know the concept, equality, equity, and what is the three concept? Equality, equity, and yes. There are three concepts. Do you know that? Equal, equality, and equity. Equally we have to share. It's not possible to. Even my mom, whether never give everything to my sisters. She'll give more, one egg more for me only. Because I am a only son. So there is no equal even in the family. What is equality? So we want to follow equality. There is equality in India. We are talking the words. We are talking in the world. But if you go other countries, they give lot of respect to the women as well as the men. Even in travel by fly or wherever you go, they will give respect to. Please, you go ma'am, we'll come. Here, we go first, then you come. They ask, they never give. They are fighting. Who will get first? Then equity. So equally we have to give the share. Even the poor or even the rich. How we share it? When the tall boy or the middle or the shortest one. So this is the expectation of inclusive education. Equality education for all children. After COVID-19 has forced the world to review and reset, particularly in the field of education. What they said, inclusive education is not something which has to be happen in addition to education reform, but one of the means through which social and education transformation can be achieved in the new normal. So we can make a change only with the proper education system to adapt. That they followed only inclusiveness in education. In general information about inclusiveness, you can see there, the teacher is teaching to all the students what they expect. Children with disability, liberally and abused children, as well as all the religion, as well as the street children together. Are you ready to work with everyone? With the street children? By heart, not by mind. Because I saw in Africa, the lady, she is from France. She's name called Ibn. The children, they never take bath for more than a week or more than a month. Even we cannot go with them, it's smelling. She's doing her graduate in France. There is a system, they have to go somewhere to do some extension program. So she got a funding by the UNICEF to go to the Africa and give a help for the children to get some basic language because they want to teach English language. So she's just sitting with the children and teaching them. They are going together and went into the river and what? They are swimming here and there, then coming back and sitting here and they are learning. Just simply I'm sitting there and watching what they are doing. This mind will not come everyone. So they expect the prospective teachers like you, this inclusiveness of knowledge. You're ready to work with everybody. We should not think about they are belong to that community, they are belong to that caste, they are belong to that religion. They are very poor, they are rich. No, all are equal as a human. So that only they expect is a very informative and general information by the World Organization to all of you. The children who learn together learn to live together. When they learn together, they will get to live and expose their knowledge together. They will not leave them. If I am asking you, how many friends do you have in your life? I don't want to know about your Facebook friends. Real friends with you. Maybe you have crossed 20 years in your life. Maybe you people, maybe 20 years or 22 years or 25 maximum. How many friends do you remember? Who is your best friend? Maybe your childhood friend or the present friend. It's very rare. Even if you ask the names of your friends or the students among you to studying in your class, it's also not possible. We are not ready with our mind to understand or want to know about everyone. But when you know, see, if you go to the class as a teacher, you call somebody with a name, the students will get more attachment. That is the starting or beginning stage of good interpersonal relationship between the teacher and students. But how the teacher used to call the student, hey, get up. The last one. Yeah, yes, that one tile. You lost like that or not? Because the teacher don't know the name of the student. What do you think about the children? The student, "Oh, you are calling me, oi. Okay, okay. Then when the teacher cross here, oh, oi, they will tell behind. Yes or no? It's a Newton law. What do you give, we'll get back. But there is no value, there is no ethic. What they learned, what we are teaching to them. But you go there in other countries, they give a good respect to all the students, all the teachers, because the way they deal it. This is called inclusiveness, not only getting knowledge, even get a behavior.
The Pencil's Tale. Once upon a time, an old pencil maker took his newest pencil aside just before he was about to pack him into a box. Imagining the little fellow as a person, he recalled a few things about the pencil. "There are 5 things you need to know," he said to his pencil. "Before I send you out into the world, always remember these 5 things. Never forget them. And you will become the best pencil you can be. The first thing is to remember that you will be able to do many great things, but only if you put yourself in someone else's hands. From time to time, you will experience a painful sharpening, but remember that this will make you a better pencil. Also, keep in mind that you will be able to correct any mistakes you might make along the way. And the most important part of you is what's on the inside. And remember this as well. Upon every surface that you are used, you must leave your mark. No matter what else happens, you must continue to write." It seemed the pencil listened to him and promised he would remember these 5 things so that he could live his life with heart and purpose. You see, in life, in your life, put yourself in someone else's hand. Embrace challenges for growth. Learn from mistakes. Value inner qualities. And leave a positive mark on the world. And you too can become the best pencil there is. This was The Pencil's Tale, and this is Dare to Do Motivation. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.
It's a nice story and talk about the pencil. You know, even we make it till the end, it is useful for do something. After whatever the waste, also we can use it. This is not a living being. What about the teachers? Some teachers, they are getting good award as a best teacher or a good teacher or blah blah. Before, even now. Could you find any good teacher in your life? Then if I ask you, who is your best teacher? It's a very biggest question. Huh? If you say one, then others, oh, I am not your good teacher. Okay, your internal mark cut. So we are biased in life to even our evaluation, even our feedback. So be proud to be bold enough to come away from your bias to teach, to say something. Being a teacher, you have to be enough to bold, to say everything. Even if you don't like, teacher, I don't like this one, kindly give the answers. I appreciate the father, he said. I think he didn't listen what I spoke to you. I said, I never say the blood is blue. Someone said, this is an inclusive knowledge for you. Till now, no one opposed about her article. Then he opposed now. He said, no, the blood is red. But someone they said is a dark red. Because it's blue, we able to see because of the vein color is blue. It is untrue. So he is a good teacher. He is a good student to ready to teach everybody. Then I explained, this only I want to share to others. So when you are in active knowledge or active person to do like this. So that is the expectation of every teachers in inclusive education in the future. Equitable and inclusive education, what mean the education system in the global perspective? See, it means all for learners, for all learners. We all are learners. The life is a learning. You can learn till our death. Even if you ask me, I never learned much more. I have learned only little bit. I have completed my PhD in education and education psychology. I did my MSc psychology. I did my MPhil in education, MEd. Then I did my masters in history and MPhil in history. I did 17 diplomas. Learned only little. It's not enough for me to learn. It's not enough for me to teach. Even I feel I want to learn more. Even I feel I want to learn more. Why? Because life is a bunch of learning. You have to learn from everyone. You have to learn from everyone. That is expectation of inclusive education nowadays. Then, if the mission is education for all, the goal is to include everything. Everything. Don't separate it. Sometimes I oppose when they have engineering separately, like this one. Those you can see the fighting. Maybe your institution have arts and science also, no? They have arts and science? Okay. They have engineering? No. If you go to some universities, you can see in the campus, one side, bachelor's to the education department, the college. Then another side, engineering department. Another side, agriculture department. Another side, medical. Another side, arts and science. When they meet together, what will happen? The doctor is say, go like this. Then engineer will say, who is very proud to know knowledge or something. If you ask everyone, what will happen? We can see the one very famous video during the time of the pandemic. The person who is checking the weight of the rice, how? This is the graduated in the time of pandemic. Because they have absorbed knowledge, but not a deep knowledge. It's the biggest issue wherever we go. That's why the present scenario of education, the global wise, they expect inclusiveness in all. If you ask you, how many languages do you know? If I ask you, how many languages do you know? Malay? Oh, no, please. English and Malayalam. You are in India. You never try a single word from Hindi. You never try a single word in Tamil, in Kannada, in Telugu. You are watching many movies, yes or no? Yes or no? But why you didn't try? Think about, I will not visit any Karnataka people. I will not visit any Tamil people. I will not visit any North Indians. So I don't want other language. Enakku Malayalam ariyum is enough. Korachariyum or I don't know that more. Kududal. So we are living in one country, even we have the discrimination. Where is the inclusiveness? To learning the language. What about culture? What about other issues? So they expect this to be inclusive. That's why they want to implement, even start from the education, from the childhood. In NEP 2020, they said They emphasize every citizen has the opportunity to dream, thrive, and contribute to the nation. What? Based on human rights approach. What is the approach? They have an aim to create an culture, achieving in inclusive society. I don't know they will go to implement this or not. It's already implemented in many countries. Even if you go to America, if you go to UK, they are following inclusiveness in education. But we are starting. I don't know about when they will go to implement properly, but some schools are ready. There is a bridge gap between these things, how to access and participate and learning outcome of these aspects. But it makes the bridge gap like this. What is access? When we ready to remove the infrastructural barriers in our institutes where we are learning, then attitudinal barriers and learning barriers even in communities and other aspects. But we need to participate in make learning meaningfully. Then try to implement or learn everything relevant. Then don't give any aspect like age level or appropriate. At the same time, they want to adapt universal design of learning, not only Indian design or African design. Try to make it inclusiveness in learning aspects. At the same time, we expect the learning outcome through this based on individual capacities, needs and learning performance. When they differentiate with the instruction and assignments, now many people they have to test with their competency of life. What is your competency? What is your competency? What do you mean competency? What do you mean by competency? Do you have any competency? What is the competency of you? If I ask you, who are you? If you ask yourself, who am I? What do you say the answer to others? What is your answer? I am a girl from Kerala, like this. What is your answer? My father, my mother, like this. Then what is your answer when you ask like this? It is the biggest question when you go for know about your oneself. That's why they expect, try to improve your competency based continuous assessment of oneself, then go with everyone. If you don't know about you, then how you will learn about others? If you don't know about you, how you are there to assess or analyze others? See, in India we can see the two girls together or two boys together, they talk about other girl or other boys. It's happened. But when they ask themselves, how I am is a person to talk. We know the very good story about the Gandhiji. What? Gandhiji. One of the lady brought his son to Gandhiji and he said, my son is eating more sweets. Try to give some advice. He said, okay, bring tomorrow. Then it's extended till 1 week, then 1 month. Then after, immediately Gandhi asked, Mera beta, आओ इधर. मिठाई से अच्छा नहीं आपको, ठीक है? नहीं मिलती हो. Then she was wondering, gee, you can tell before a month, why you are telling now? Then he said immediately, I am not fit to give advice to him because I also eating more sweets. Nowadays I stopped to eating sweets. Now I am ready to give advice. How many of you ready to do this one? The same thing happened when that Vivekananda ji, Swami Vivekananda. One of the French lady asked to Swami Vivekananda, Swami ji, do you have any idea in your life? He said, what type of idea? Because I like you, I love to marry you because I need my child like you. Then immediately he replied, no worries. Till now, I am your son. Take me as your son. If you ask to somebody what they will say, it's the biggest question mark. It's difficult. How they are in the purity of life to know about everyone. That's why they called us a great people. That's why they got us a great people. their philosophies, their thoughts, still we are discussing and talking to everyone. You ask about the words from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Leave the children their own way. Don't control them. They will control you one day when they know about you. When you read in Wings of Fire, you can find these words. Why? Because they respect every individual as in one. That inclusiveness they adapted already in their life. Now only it's coming for us to follow. They're asking everyone to follow. There are 6 inclusive educations. What are they? See, you can see 6 E's. Number 1, equity, even-handedness. Number 2, equal access. Everyone can access everything. Then equal opportunities. Then equal dignity. Then effective communication. Then embrace culture. So it's very difficult to make everything together. Equal opportunity, it's good, but we will face a lot of problems in the future. But we believe you can go to America, they have equal opportunity in the army. Do you know that? In the army, how many men are there? They have same equally, women's also working as a army women. But in India, nowadays only we are starting. How many are ready to go to army to fight against the enemies? Anybody there? Why I want to die? If I go, first they will allow me to die. Those who are behind, they are safe. We don't have a spirit on there. How many women want to work? If you ask many people what they used to say. Okay, I will ask the correct and last question for you. Why you want to become a teacher? Because there are many future teachers are there. What is in your mind? Why you want to become a teacher? Yes, why? Do you know what are the 3 principles we need as a teacher? Number 1, the first instrument is our mouth. We have to speak. But here I never found even to say, ask anything. Only this. If you are a teacher, you have to speak. I remember my college days. When I was studying B.Ed in St. Xavier's College, Palayango time, we have like residential college. We cannot go home. That we have to get permission. Otherwise, we have to tell to father, Father, my grandma was very sick. Maybe he will die tomorrow. Then only then he asked, are you sure she will die tomorrow? Then you can go. If it takes another 2 days, then you have to be there. You can go before one day like this. Very strict. They make us to wake up at 5 o'clock. We have to go for finishing our morning duties and go to the church for the mass and come back. Sharp 7 o'clock. We have to keep one paper. It's called tongue twister. Do you know that? English people? We have to learn the language with tongue twister. Bitter, butter, butter, the bitter, 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 the butter. So it's a big compound. We are here and there. We have to, in every corner, we have to shout. So the father sitting in the center and looking everyone, how many are shouting well or not. This is the biggest road for walking for every people every morning. So that half an hour is a game show for them, how we are training. The people, they are standing outside, they are looking into there. I never admit my son there. Because we are shouting to learn the language, to come out the pronunciation perfectly. But we are doing now in every training colleges. I recommend, where is Diba ma'am? Diba ma'am, to start tongue twister for all the students. Is it okay? Sir, please sir, kindly. Why I am telling, in the future world, you cannot communicate only with one language. You must learn. Take your own initiative. Nowadays, it's not a lot of applications also there in the internet. You can use it yourself to learn and improve. Now I am telling, it will improve in your future when you learn now. But one day you will feel guilty. That day one man came from working somewhere and he told in front of big audience, try to learn. Then only you know about, that time I should have learned. It's too late. How I can learn now? It will be happen. So don't keep everything prolonged. That's why they want to learn everything. That only their expectation. So the 6 is telling the same time we change into 5 R's of education. What are they? In inclusiveness. We need rich in getting knowledge. Need a right knowledge. The same time need a responsibility of learning everything. Then we need a good relationship. Everyone, inclusive relationship. Then we need to learn the respect. This is the expectation of global perspectives from inclusive education. They are making it together. When you go with inclusion, the 6 E's and 5 R's is very, very important in our life when you get inclusive education for us. The teacher must bask in the richness of the inclusive system. First, believe. How many are believing you? If I ask, you are a teacher, how many are second year students? Second years. Maybe another 4 months you will study, then you will become a teacher. Yes or no? Yes or no? Very good. If I ask anyone to come and teach one subject, are you ready? No, this is another yes. Yes, because when you are a teacher, you have to believe on you first. Yes, I am able to teach or not. The next one, attitude. When you are a teacher, you should have a good attitude, good passion on your way. I remember when I was studied history, BA history in college Trichy, my sister, elder sister, she was a science graduate. My younger sister, she also a physics graduate. They used to tease me, history is coming. Take 2 idli, take 1 dosa, history. They used to tease me. I never get angry. I know what I will become one day. Then one day I said, you both will come and ask me, kindly help me to write this exam. Kindly help me to study this one. I am the first person to complete my PhD in my family. After my completing PhD, I made my elder sister, finish her PhD. Now she is the principal of the college. Then another one, now she is completed MPhil in physics and she is working as a teacher. Now whenever I go to home, they are giving more respect because, hey, go, uncle is coming. Why? They never give any advice to their children. They ask, Thambi, come, kindly tell advice to my son. I said, you are a principal. No. You only give. The things will not come from other things or other knowledge. The things will come from your attitude. That is the expectation of inclusiveness nowadays. What is your attitude to learn everything? At the same time, what is your skills? Do you have any skills more? How many of you dancing well? Kathakali. You never dance Kathakali? Then Tiruvonam they make something. No? What is this? Tiruvadiya. How many of you know that? Yes, only few. How many of you sing well? How many of you play music? How many of you cook well? Yes. Everyone. Even me, I will also raise my hand. See, we need a lot of skills to survive in the society. Not only cooking, not only eating. We need to learn how to sleep when we get time. Do you know how I traveled here? I started my journey on Friday from Malawi. Then I went to the airport. They told, sorry, the flight is delayed due to some inconvenience. So it will be scheduled after 6 hours. So you can stay in the hotel. Actually, the scheduled time is 2 o'clock. So I went there at 11 o'clock. They told to go back to hotel. Then the call from them, they said, all the passengers keep ready at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock is your flight. Then I wake up at 4 and getting ready and packing everything in the hotel. I'm waiting. 6:30, they sent some cab. Ask them to pick there. Then we went there, we finished all the formalities and waiting. The flight has come at 11 o'clock. Think about, okay, anyhow we catch the flight. Then we traveled 4 hours, then reached Nairobi, Kenya. Then the actual flight time is 4:30. Oh, I was quite happy. Okay, I reached one border. So we can go to another one. Then they written on the board that screen, the flight reached on time. I look into the board, the time was 5:45. But actual schedule 4:45. It's written same, on time. I was quite shocked. Then I went to the airlines, I asked, you said 4:45, now 5:45. Where is the on flight? I'm sorry, our flight will be 8:30. Then I said, when I will reach India, my family is waiting. Then I will miss my another flight. What we can do? Don't worry, we will accommodate you with another flight. Okay. Then they said 8:30. So they called everyone. They gave some food and fruits, something like that. Everyone. Then they get into one room, like Tirumala, Tirupati. When you go with one place, then they lock it. Then go to other place, they lock it. Like this. We went inside. They said, kindly wait, the flight yet to arrive. The time was 9:20. It has come at 10 o'clock. Then they said, okay, go all of you. Then we went to there, 7-hour travels to reach Mumbai. When I reached Mumbai, I went and asked, which flight I have to go? What? Why? No, I reached late. So you said, no, not, I didn't say anything to you. No, in Kenya they said. Then ask to Kenyan people, not to me. Then I was shocked. I got more tension. Then I booked myself and came back to Chennai Monday night. Then yesterday I was in another program. I finished and took a flight and came at 9:30 Kochi. Now I am here. Now I am talking to you in a brisky mind. I am walking. But I saw many people. So when you finish it, I want to go for lunch. Where is your skill being a teacher? If you are a teacher, you should not get tired enough to teach in front of the student, because this is the attitude and skill they expect from the teachers. If you are a brisk, everyone, you can see the game. Why the whole world like not a cricket, only the football? Do you know that? Because no one be lazy. In cricket, they can see no ball. Okay, I take a selfie. In a football, they cannot. They have to run here and there. They have to run. So everyone likes only the be active fellow, that skill expectation. So when you are a teacher, you have to develop the skill. What skill? Being energetic. Then only expect your knowledge. Whether you have a good knowledge or average, it's not a problem. Then they only expect the knowledge. The other three are internal, is external. So being a teacher in inclusive education, we have to develop these things around us. Like addressing some needs of things like physical need, academic, psychosocial. This already we have in a syllabus to equip and develop ourselves. Don't worry, I will not take much. Another 10 minutes I will finish it, okay? These are some facilities in foreign schools. They are keeping not only for the normal child, even they are keeping for special children. Even toilets and even the playground, even carry here and there. Now only the government in India, they initiate, you must have this thing, then only will give approval or affiliations. Before we don't have. Now they expect, even if you have an inclusive student in your college, you must keep some facilities and infrastructures. See there. You can see this is a very good story to know about inclusive education.
Mom, my shoelaces.
You can do it.
Please.
Okay. 2 bunny ears, loop around and pull together. Got it?
Don't want to be here.
James, I want you to pick an artwork you like and tell me about it. Art is a wonderful thing and I want to enjoy it with you, okay?
Okay.
What do you see?
Sit here.
Okay.
Before you towers a terrifying scene of war. Thousands of forces break the grassy ground in a cavalry charge. Soldiers sporting blood-red uniforms ride with valor in a fearless resolve to attack. Some blow military bugles, others raise their voice in a war cry. Mighty silver blades are exalted above their heads. Leading up front, a commander on a mighty white stallion. The beast's eyes were wide and ferocious, every muscle and vein pulsing through his skin. The commander rides the steed high, his face blazing with heroism, but still in his eyes a glimmer of fear. For at the front line, survival is not guaranteed.
I'm so proud of you.
Can you describe that one to us over there?
This is a simple example what they understand what is inclusion. When they want to adapt inclusion, not only one people, everybody will come together. It's able to understand everyone, even you are disabled or you are normal, you are any mind of or any type of people or any attitude behavior. So this only expect nowadays in the inclusive system and the curriculum. These are some pedagogical corners about inclusiveness. They are telling many things about like curricular planning and designing and learning with like continuous assessment, like as for of learning. What we learn, then what we get to learn. But actually, some challenges we are facing because of inclusiveness. Because we lose and we get some opportunities. There are more. All mainstream schools to become capable of educating all children in their local communities. But it's the biggest challenge. We cannot get all type of students. Some were different, another place was different, culturally different, many things. At the same time, the barriers-free access of education for all children across the stage, then the address diverse needs to learner in all activities including arts, sports and vocational training. Because we have to know everyone what is the career they want to have it in the future. At the same time, provide equality education to all learners through assistive devices, technology-based tools, appropriate teaching learning materials. This is another difficulty. At the same time, some eliminate the social inclusion. If you go for social aspects and social evil, it depends upon different culture, is totally different. So we have to face that challenge to make it good education for everybody in inclusiveness is a global challenge. Some other challenge like to develop teacher competence and skills. I said the same now. What is your passion of attitude to be a teacher? Most probably, my father told me when I want a teacher, then I joined as a school teacher. I started my career as a school teacher. Then only I started as assistant professor. Now I am a professor and dean. He said one word, try to keep in your mind, you want to be teacher like someone. You want to be teacher like someone. This is a normal concept for everyone. But my father said, you keep in your mind, you don't want to be teacher like this fellow. So take the negative teacher to make you want to be a positive teacher to others. You understand what I'm telling? You have crossed with many teachers in your life, maybe teaching subjects. Maybe some teachers, they are not fit for teaching. Keep there in your mind, I don't want to be like you. Then you can become a best teacher in the world. I don't want to say who was the teacher, but I took as example, when I was in 9th standard, I saw a teacher who always beating me, always irritating me in front of everyone because I am teacher's son. But it's happened one day, when I went as a chief guest for his school annual day, then he introduced me, welcome sir. Because when I took a challenge, I don't want to be like you. Then I became a teacher. Before his retirement, I went to his school. Then I was a chief guest for annual day. So that time he was introduced me. Then he came and told me, I am proud to be, you are my student. I personally asked the headmaster, I want to introduce my student. But I don't know which perspective he took. But I took in a proper perspective. Now I am achieved being a teacher. Have you achieved as a teacher in your profession? It's a big question mark. I achieved. I have many friends in Facebook. I achieved, uploaded many videos in Instagram. I brought many products in Amazon and Flipkart. This is our achievement. Being a teacher, what is your achievement? How many stories you have written? How many research you have done? What is your future idea? What is your future idea to be a teacher or new education policy or something? So that's why they are very challenged in the whole world to make the competence and skills of the teachers. Then to develop like the valuing and what we can measure. It's very difficult to measure the value of life. At the same time, create a system of teaching and learning that competence based instead of content based. Then create educational culture and collaborations. Even establish school cluster to develop conscious around including value and school communities. Because it's very difficult to face the challenge of these aspects in a global wise. At the same time, there are a lot of challenges. But I like to pin, what happened? To achieve inclusion, equality, we need to work together. You can see many schools, the maths teacher will not talk to English teacher. English teacher always keep away with the science teacher. Then you can see the Malayalam teacher never talk to anyone. Because they may ask in English question or science question or maths question. This is the biggest issue, yes or no? But in inclusiveness, I know, I catch your mind wise. In inclusiveness, there is no indifferent. Everyone, everybody equal. Equal. That's they want to implement. Then collaborate with each other. You know the concept team teaching. We have a concept in team teaching in our pedagogical learning, methodology of learning. So many teachers together to sit and teach in one concept. Why we never accept these things properly? We have idea, but we are not ready to implement. But if you go to other countries, they are implementing these things. Then the tolerance. Everything happened because none of us is as smart as all of us, best or better in our life. So being a teacher, we have to catch everything like this. There are some aspects I would like to share, but due to the time consumed, just I recommend something to take initiative. Number one, ensure every education through early learning interventions, how it can be done. At the same time, you have to focus in special concern with center of education and community centers and drop out with many centers to give lot of exposures. At the same time, try to improve the capability building of the teachers and give adapting equivalency testing and accreditation program. Think about all the teachers are assessing everybody equally. Some teachers, they are giving page wise mark. Some teachers, they check what is the handwriting. Oh, she, okay, good mark. She, 0. Still there is going on. Many teachers are like that. But when they want to show the correct attitude, they need to understand the inclusiveness. What is inclusion means? Finally, integration, networking, collaboration, living, learning and loving. Utilizing all available resources, whatever we have together. Then support and social services. Then I stands for implementation of appropriate programs. Then O stands for organization of appropriate services. One letter is missing. What it will be? Huh? N. What it says? Anybody? Anything? N stands for non-stop services to all. You are a teacher ready to serve everyone without hesitate, without exaggerate, without inequality, without partiality. The global perspective of the present scenario expect the same thing from every teachers. So it should give a wider opportunity to fulfill this implication of educational inclusiveness, because this is the inclusion. How? I will give with the last slide. Play, learn and grow and gather. Play, learn and grow, get together. Don't read only gather, together. But if you go there, they used to read gather. You cannot listen the word T, because they are always together. That's why they are reading gather. But here what we do? Gather, not together. In inclusiveness, we expect to get to do all the things. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Especially, I want to highlight the terms that you have highlighted, such as equity, equality, new normal, and also the videos that you have shared. All these were so captivating and interesting. So thank you so much for your valuable words and your precious time. Next, I would like to invite Anne Maria to deliver the word of thanks.
Yeah, before the word of thanks, just give me 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We were together to talking many things about inclusive education. Maybe the teachers, they have something inside they want to ask as a doubt or any question. You can ask me any question regarding this or in teacher education. Any questions from your side? Because of this, we are not becoming good teachers. Huh? Any questions? Yes, please. Please come.
Once again, thank you for getting such a fruitful resource person like you. According to you, which is the best place for working? Developing countries or developed countries?
It's very difficult to give the answer. What is the best place to work in? don't understand Malayalam, sorry. Anybody can translate?
What about the working condition and the difference in the working condition in developing and developed nations? So which one is that?
Yeah, she asked the working condition in our country, in other countries. For example, developed and non-developing countries or developing countries. It's a good one. In my experience, I worked in India as well as worked in Iraq and Cyprus, now in Africa. When I was working in India, I felt it's a spoon feeding. So our mother used to what to do? Keep here, come. See, there is a, eat. They never eat like this. They call the child to sit and they serve it. They sit together in dining table. There is no partiality. In our country, what we do? First we give only father to eat. Then other person, elderly people or somebody, then only children or then only the housewife. Maybe our culture like that. Now it's changed. But in foreign countries, their culture, they eat everything together. So they have in the passion, when anything we throw out, they will catch immediately. Here only spoon feeding, there no need to give. They will ask more questions, they will not ask only one question. If I go to the class, I will take only 25 minutes. The questions will be 30 minutes. I have to explain for all the answers. Even if I say, okay, tomorrow we will see and explain to you tomorrow. The fellow will follow me. Doctor, you never answer my question. If I give the answer, then only they leave me to go for lunch or breakfast, anything. That much eager to understand or want to know. The same thing we do in India, what the teacher will say, go, I will cut your mark. Yes or no? But there, we have to give answer. Otherwise, what they will do? They will write feedback. The teacher is not good. The teacher is not good. Where? In the feedback they will write. They collect every 3 months the feedback from the students. So every 3 months they revise the salary as well as they revise the teacher's post. Whether they have to continue or not. I mostly worked in abroad, everywhere I got A++. Even there I got the same. Because no student, they said, I am not a correct teacher to teach for any subject. So I understand the teachers. This is the difference. Here we are selfish. There we cannot be selfish. They are spoon feeding. There we can throw anything, they will take. They never blame us. This is the difference. I am very frank and open. See, whatever I say about the teacher or something, it's only what are the teachers I have seen in my life. I never tell those who are here as a teachers. Okay, don't mistake me. Any doubts?
Good afternoon, sir. So my doubt is, inclusive education is a global perspective.
Yeah.
But still we are following only constructivism as an approach, means as a pedagogical approach. So when we bring this inclusive education, all the prospective teachers should be trained according to that. Means we are not giving any special training for an inclusive education setting. Means every, abled, disabled, all kind of students will be coming. So there should be a pedagogical difference. So what kind of difference is there in India? In Kerala especially we are following only single method. What about other countries? Are they following any other method of teaching? And how the inclusive education is implemented in other countries?
Already in the other countries, they are following inclusiveness in their culture. There is no indifferent. They all are equal wherever they go. If in social places or community place, even school and colleges, there is no indifference. Where? In other countries. But in India, we are cultural idiots. What we do? We follow some cultural phenomenon. We never accept the inclusiveness in many things. That is the biggest reason we are still talking about inclusive in a country. But I couldn't find this in other countries. They are following well. But they need to implement to reach in the deep places. For example, some deepest tribes and some rural areas. So the worldwide organization, they are taking lot of initiative. But even here, still we are talking, but I don't know whether it's acceptable or not. Is acceptable or not? We have lot of challenges over there. This is only the difference I have found. Okay? Any other questions? Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you for your valuable session. I have one doubt.
Yes.
Do you think that special schools must be replaced by normal schools by including this inclusive education?
Why not?
So the need of special educators is no more.
Just I'll ask a question to you again.
Yes.
You are a woman.
Yes.
If you get 2 children, I don't know whether you are married or not.
Yeah, I'm a man.
The God always bless you, get a good children, don't worry.
Okay.
Just if a woman get 2 children, one is blind, another one is normal,
Yes.
what the mother used to do?
Mother will take care both them in equally.
Then who is the teacher? First teacher in our life.
Of course, mother.
Then we have to see, we take one knife or something to kill one eyes, another one to see like this? No. We have to see both of them, they are children. So they are human.
Yes.
This is the inability of they are becoming disabled.
Yes.
It's a whose mistake? If you ask scientifically, those who are science students, who is the mistake? The child born as an inability, sorry, disability?
It's not the mistake of the child.
Not a child. It's a God? Don't say to everything to God. It's the parents. There are some biological phenomena I don't want to explain. That's why they born as a disabled. Then after that, no, you are disabled, go that side. I want to be only normal. This is wrong perspectives. So we have to see together, so we have to learn. How the mother used to learn to take care of both of them, as like the teacher, we have to learn how we can take care of both. This is the expectation of the inclusiveness.
So in the following years, the special schools must be gradually
Should
replaced.
be. No other choice.
Okay, thank you.
Any doubts? If you have any doubts, okay, somebody is coming. Yes.
First of all, I am very happy to share with this session such a wonderful person.
I have to give a thanks and happiness to your principal, ma'am. She only approach every day, doctor, you will be available on the day. You can come, because how much conversation we have done. It's effort taken by your principal only. Kindly give a big applause of her.
It's not a doubt. Excuse me, sir, can you share any experience, such as any remarkable experience in the Africa when you are as a teacher?
Yes. The first video, why I show the video as a motivation for you, because we are thinking, before I go to Africa, many people they told me, you are going to Africa? Okay. Then I said, why are you laughing? They will beat you, they will kill you, they are rude people. How much kind people they are. We will do some promise. What we will do afterwards? I promise I will meet you tomorrow. Then we forget or they never. Once they promise, they will do. They used to do. They are very kind people. Only problem with them, illiteracy. Many people, they don't have education properly because of their poverty, because of the no country has helped them. We made them as a slaves and occupied as a colonial, used only for the labors. I told one of my students, he was teaching well in the school, he was English graduate. I told him, are you ready to work in India? He said, thinking, they will take me, why not? One of the school, they asked me, we need some foreigners to teach English language in our school. I said, soon you will get a teacher. Then he will go to appoint in the school. He will go to get 1 lakh salary per month in school to teach English language. For getting 1 lakh in India is a biggest salary for them. Why I am telling, the way he used to teach, the way he concerned with the children. The children are very poor, but they are very disciplined. They oblige the teacher, very knowledgeable. Everyone giving the answer for everything. I found one experience what he asked when I went to school. They are using discussion is one chapter as a pedagogy. Whatever they teach, immediately they ask them, okay, now discussion. They are giving 10 minutes. Say the student, they are sitting together, maybe 5 students together, and they are discussing about the concept what they written on the board. Then after they are coming back to the place, the teacher is asking question now. This is the evaluation, what we do in our lesson plan finally. Evaluation. They discuss and they are coming together and the teacher asks many questions, everybody giving answer. Everybody giving answer. Not a wrong answer, all are giving correct answer. So I thought, why we never allow them to discuss before? Here we allow them to go and discuss means, what is your lunch? I got only pickle. My mom today never brought any meat. I saw that cereal. Tomorrow my auntie is coming with a lot of sweets. This is our discussion. We never discuss what we want to do on time. We always think off time. This is the biggest problem here. We are unable to expose. But there, they never talk because they worried for the food. They worried to learn or get the knowledge. They think it's a good opportunity for them. This is the experience I felt when I went to Africa. This is the difference between us and them. Anything? Okay. If you don't have any doubts, thank you. Thank you for a wonderful opportunity given to me in front of you. Thank you very much. I will wish you and bless you, all of you, to become a good teacher in the future. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. And also, I thank the audience for utilizing this opportunity in a fruitful way. Next, I would like to invite Anne Maria to deliver the word of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of St. Joseph Training College, Pavarati, I extend our deepest gratitude to Dr. Vinaras Nithyanandam for sharing your expertise and insight with us today. Your insightful presentation has truly enriched our understanding of inclusive education on global perspectives. We are immensely grateful for the time, effort, and knowledge you have dedicated to us. Thank you, sir. A special thanks goes out to the organizing committee and the volunteers who truly work behind the scenes, dedicating their time and effort to ensure the smooth execution of this event. Last but not least, I want to thank each of you. Your presence and participation have contributed to the vibrancy of this event, and I hope you leave here today with meaningful connections and valuable takeaways. Thank you.
Lunch break, so all of you can leave.